All right.
Welcome to No Sleep Late Night Radio. There will be no sleep this evening, folks. Sleep ain't happening. Here's the reason for me. Reason for Alex is because she just had a mental breakdown for like an hour, so now she's just like knocked herself out of any sort of sleep state that she might have reached beforehand.
My
Telling me
therapy is going to be TikTok
her
video.
tragic Naruto backstory where all of her peers hated her, but she could never rise to be the Hokage of the village, and it just really fucks with her. She's sitting alone on the swing, and fucking Aruka Sensei is too busy to pay attention, and he's the only one who cares. So you're just sitting there, sad on the swing. Everybody's afraid of you because you have the nine tails sealed inside of you, but that you don't know why. That's why they hate you. You just think you're like there's something wrong with you
I
as a
got I got the
person.
gay tails in me. That's why everybody
The
hates me.
gay tails.
It's not the nine tails. It's the gay tails.
It turns you into a gay furry.
Yeah. Look, if it wasn't so fucking hot, I was going to do a cosplay for this, but it's so
What
it's
you were gonna
so
dress
hot.
as a gay furry for the podcast?
I don't have a fursuit, but I have. Do you know what a kigurumi is? A kigu?
Enlighten me. What's a kigurumi?
It's like a what are they called? It's like an oversized onesie for adults.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Get some nice paws on there. You got the bare necessities.
No paws. Not on this one, no. It's a red panda.
Oh, so you have another one that does have paws, is what you're
No,
saying.
there are ones with
Okay.
paws. I do not own one with paws.
Okay.
I might own ear I might own a foxtail and fox ears.
So someday when we're rich and can pay for like elaborate cosplays, we gotta go to like a convention. You in like a full like fursuit, and
Oh
me in like a
god,
super.
no,
You
absolutely
and
not.
me in like a suit. No. Let me finish the bit at least. So it's like you in like a full like high quality fursuit. And it's me in like a well done high quality Power Ranger suit. Just like live out our ultimate fantasies at some sort of anime convention and film it.
Mine wouldn't be a furry suit.
That was the bit of the episode is that we talked about our fucking past and weird Discord roleplay, and yours was
Shit,
furries
I
and mine was
forgot
Power
about
Rangers.
that. No, the dream right now is to get enough people to go do the Sailor Guardians from Sailor Moon.
That's true. That would be pretty dope too.
That's the goal right now. I had the
I, I want to be the hot one just so I can ruin the hot one for everybody else.
the hot elaborate.
Who's the hot one? I'm trying to remember who the hot one is. Is it Mars? Let's look.
What's the color?
Green, I think.
Jupiter.
Jupiter. Let me make sure this is the one I'm thinking of. Sailor
Sailor Jupiter is
Jupiter.
the one with the brown hair and her color is green.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, I would go Venus. Just to
Yeah,
make
I'm
Megan
I'm I'm,
happy.
I'm gonna dress as Sailor Jupiter just to ruin Sailor Jupiter for
Go
all the
for it.
passersby.
Go for it.
Just a giant, fat, fucking land monster dressed as Sailor Jupiter. Like, hey, everybody.
So you know Colossal Con, right? The one we had, the episode we had Val on,
Yeah,
the the summer convention I go to.
yeah.
You've seen me IRL, so you know.
Hmm.
I've been there 2 years now. Each year, go to the go to the go to the water park, full just bikini, just because it's fun. No, nobody bats an eye at all. You've seen me in real life, so you can. I don't want to put that picture in your head, but you called me a furry and you told me I was going to be in a fursuit. So that's your own fault now.
Oh, what does that make you uncomfortable? Does the vision of that make you uncomfortable being in a fursuit?
I don't want a fursuit. I'll do the ears and tail and maybe like the paws on your hands because those are fun.
Yeah, no, you should get one of those onesies with a pause, and then just get
No,
like ears and a tail.
but conventions are so hot.
Yeah, well, that's why I was thinking the furry head would be too much, but I guess the onesie would kind of suck too.
It's fucking terrible.
Alex, what's that behind you?
Huh?
What's that behind you?
What do you mean? What's that behind me?
Look behind you.
I can
Trust
see
me.
behind me in the fucking camera,
No, look
retard.
behind you, damn it! You're ruining everything.
No.
You god damn it! I had
Why?
a whole
Why should
thing.
I can see behind me?
I know, but just I'm doing a show thing, and I thought you would get that and you would understand. I didn't think you would argue with me and fucking ruin everything.
No, I'm dumb. Explain
I wanted
it.
you to look. The fact we had been going on for the cold open for so long, I wanted to do a silly transition where I was like, "What's that behind you?" And then you looked behind you, and I was like, "Is that a Detour Ahead sign? Like the Detour Ahead podcast? Welcome to the Detour Ahead podcast, everybody."
I feel
And
like it's
do
funnier for you to just explain your bit.
Yeah, maybe that made it funnier all along.
I think
Maybe
your
that's
bit was too meta.
the real bit was the friends we made along the way.
Your bit was too meta, even for me.
Listen, improv comedy is a matter of yes and. I thought if I said look behind you, you would
I
look
did.
behind you.
I actively did.
But,
I
like,
look
you gotta,
behind
like,
me in the
You gotta
camera.
sell it. No, but you gotta like do it in the camera.
What? Like
And
that?
I thought, yeah. I thought maybe the first time it would lose, but I figured by the time I said, look behind you, trust me, you would get that I was doing something and do it, but you continued to fight about it.
Next time you come up here, I want to go to an improv class with you. Because I feel like
Yeah,
you and I, if we go to like a bar prior.
I'll show them this clip and they'll fucking ban you from the premises.
Nah, I think you and I would have a very good time doing it.
They were both too autistic.
They'd be like, look behind you. Be like, well, what's back there?
Go to an improv class and do the exact opposite of what they're asking us. That'd be a good bit.
So we're at a place, my apartment, different place, your place. Like, can you be more specific?
You say
No.
your place and you look at the female improv teacher and wink. I want to do a scene there, if you know what I mean.
I feel like it'd be fun. I feel like it's a good bonding experience.
Let's take a field trip.
I need to get you up here to do a convention with me, and I know the perfect convention for you to go to first.
Do you?
It's the one I just went to.
Oh, yeah. That's
so it'd be like end of August of next year.
Okay.
The January one is a little bit in turmoil right now. The other one I don't think you'd enjoy because I'm pretty sure I over the course of Wednesday through Saturday night, I walked a total of like 50 miles on shift alone. Like, your entire shift is walking, and I don't know if you would like that.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and like the idea of working the convention. I don't know if I'm up for it, but well, I guess I don't know.
Working the one I just went to would be super easy. All I have to do is tell Tyler and Vanessa, or just tell Vanessa, be like, Riley's going to join us. He's going to fly up here from Florida. Him and I have to be on the same shift or else he will not come up here.
So he's really retarded. So just be ready for that.
It's real easy. But no, I got to get you up here at some point.
I'd like to come up there.
Even if it's not work the main conventions, there's plenty of them up. There's plenty of other ones up here that we can just go shill ourselves for no reason.
If I can learn to save money and not be stupid, and I could be confident that I could come up there for a convention and also a separate instance that's not a convention, I'd like to do it for my birthday. Because I never do shit on my birthday anymore.
April should work. I don't have any conventions around April.
So maybe we'll meet up again in April. Or we'll have a birthday party live stream.
We gotta plan stuff for 100. By the way, you and I really these next like 2 weeks. You and I really gotta fucking sit down and get a plan.
Yeah,
for this
this
shit.
is 98. It really, these milestones will come up and you just will forget about them and it will be too late.
I'm gonna
That's
fucking
happened to
bother
me.
you.
I kind of fucked it. I try to make a habit of. There's the infamous biggest problem in the universe argument about celebrating like the 50 and 100 versus celebrating the year anniversaries that fall on the weirder numbers. I've always kind of had a policy of trying to do something a little special for both. Issue Crew 2 year, I completely fucking blanked. I was like barely even on that episode. That was the I forgot it was the 2 year episode, and that was the episode where I was like, "Hey, Gingy, you're in charge. I'm just gonna kind of hang out and probably leave early." And then I realized like the next day, like that was the fucking anniversary episode.
You want to know
Man,
something real fucked right now?
what?
So my sister's in town, probably right now, actually.
Oh shit!
I think she came in today. I think she came into town today.
Your
Obviously,
sister listens to the show, or a different sister?
the one that listens to the show.
Oh,
So she's here this weekend, which is why we're doing this on a Thursday night and not your normal Friday evening podcast.
yeah. I have to work in the morning. I don't know if Alex took it off for her sister. Or she also has to work in the morning.
No, I've got to work tomorrow.
Heck.
It's all right.
What time do you start like really early still, or has that been alleviated a little bit this new job?
I start anywhere between 7 and 7:30. Anytime after 7:30, I'm late, but I could show up at any time prior to that.
That's better, right? Like before, you were starting at like 5.
I was waking up at 5. Prior to this, it was 6 o'clock sharp. But it's still, both jobs are still 10 minutes away from where I live. So
So you get an extra hour of sleep, basically.
not really. No.
No.
I mean, kind of, but it doesn't feel like that. What I was saying was episode 100, the next time my sister comes up, the one that's here right now.
Yeah.
She's coming up for the weekend 2 weeks from now, which is 100. So, I might be like, I'll ask her cuz I don't know if she does want to show up for this. But I feel like I've talked her up enough for the past like 50 episodes to where 100 would be really, really cool to bring her in.
I would love to be able to pick the brain of someone who knew you as a child. I don't care who it is. If I could just sit down in a room with anyone who knew you as a child and ask them some questions, I think that would be quite the enjoyable experience.
No promises. No promises. You and I, these next 2 weeks, are
If you
still
can't get your
going
sister,
to get.
you gotta try different avenues. You gotta ask your dad. We gotta get somebody.
Not yet. I haven't
Not
broke
yet.
the podcast to other family members yet.
They don't know you have a podcast?
No, they know I have a podcast. Every time I go home, they're like, "Oh, how'd the podcast go?" And I'm like, "Oh, it was good. We talked about this." They just don't know the name of it.
Do you tell them it was good? We talked about this even on the weeks where we like fight and don't do it. You just like lie.
No, no, no. I tell them about the podcast. They find it interesting. I'm still working on
Like,
the
who's
storyline.
Who's this fat spurred retard you're working with that keeps canceling the show every 2 weeks because he's too sad?
I'm still working on the narrative with the whole gender identity thing of trying to spin it as, oh, I don't want to go by my real name on the internet because I say things that are probably not acceptable.
Wait, I thought you already got outed.
I haven't had that official talk yet. Or, I did. I pretty much outed myself and then buried the fuck out of that so quickly to the point where it's literally just nobody brought it back up again.
So you ripped the Band-Aid off and then we're like, oh shit, wait a minute. Smacked it back on?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's Interesting way to go about doing
Oh,
things.
very, very interesting. They are aware. I have a. You can't see from here. Hold on. I have a necklace that says Alex on it. I don't know if you can see that from here. I've been asked about that multiple times, and I've come up with something different every time. And then I was at lunch with my mom and dad, and then aunt and uncle, and my aunt asked about it and put me on the spot, and I'm like, it's the name I go by on the internet, and she's like, you have a necklace of that? And I'm like, yeah, I go by Alex on the internet because I don't need people knowing my real name. And she's like, there's a pause, and I'm like, and she goes, oh, well, that's smart. And then the conversation switched. I'm like, whoo, save that one.
All right, Alex, we got to play a little comedian game right now. This is a game I hear comedic podcast co-hosts play often called Is This Anything? Where I tell you a silly thought I had and you tell me if it's anything that's funny or good. What if you had a shirt, right? And it was like a plain white shirt and there's just black like Comic Sans text on the shirt and it just said the words trans flag. So it was a trans flag T-shirt, but there's not it just says the words trans flag
That's kind
in
of
the
funny.
most like basic font.
I won't wear it.
You wouldn't wear that?
No, I would not wear that.
Why not?
It's not my style.
I would wear that.
It's not my kind of style.
I would order it custom if it probably wouldn't cost me an arm and a leg, and I'd have to go suit them weird vendor because my shirt size is too obscure.
I do want to set up a store for the show at some point.
I won't be able to buy shirts from it. I almost guarantee you. Fucking any storefront, they'll let you just do an easy listing.
Custom.
Gingy had to fucking get my shirt printed at like a t-shirt shop. That's why I have a Pixel shirt. Or had a Pixel shirt. I haven't seen it in fucking 70,000 years. My shirts have really been going missing a lot recently.
There you go. Up to your size. There you go. I found it right here.
What is my size?
I didn't want to out your size.
Do you know it? Are you sure about it? Because I have a feeling you might have it mixed up.
Remember the Survive Ohio shirt?
Oh yeah, I guess you did give me a
I do know
t-shirt.
your size. I know your size.
Another shirt, I don't know where the fuck it went.
Yeah, I'm looking at like $25 to make a custom shirt for you.
There's a fucking t-shirt bandit somewhere, and all my fucking t-shirts are going missing.
I'm looking at like $20 to $30 for a shirt to make you. I don't care. I just want to get a shop up because it'd be cool to actually own a shirt that says Colo Chew on it. Or like a really shitty PNG of Detour ahead.
Ted, our favorite show. I couldn't even think of how to begin to say ahead backwards. Roted Dea.
It's Roted Deha. It's really easy to read backwards.
It's a great show. Great podcast we have here called Roted Dea.
Anyway, I want to get the store. I want to get a store open at some point.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, getting those things too early just makes it sad. Because, like, Pixels has had a store since we started, and I think we've had one purchase.
Was that you?
No, I think it was a fan, but it was just one ever, and it was years ago.
No offense to Gingy. I would not walk around in a Pixel shirt.
Why?
I don't know. It's not the kind of logo that I want on my shirt.
I loved my Pixel shirt. That's a cool logo. I want to wear. I liked wearing that logo.
I'll wear it if someone buys it for
and...
me, but I will not. I don't want to buy it.
You don't like the Pixels logo?
It's okay.
It's one of my favorite logos that I've had. I think it's pretty
Yeah, but
good.
if I'm gonna get a custom shirt, it's gonna be my logo. The one I'm a narcissist. If you didn't know that already.
Okay, Alex, well, I don't know if you recall this, but you sort of fired yourself from that position. This would not be you buying your own shirt anymore. You supporting your friend's show that you're not on anymore.
Your camera's out, bud.
And now either you frozen or my internet's dead, and I won't know because my Discord takes fucking 5 minutes to tell me which is which.
It's you.
Every
It's
it's
you.
well, it's not me because you're coming back, and I never went green or the
No, you
red.
definitely. Your camera definitely went out. Mine has been solid on my recording this whole time.
Well, yeah, because it's on your end, goofball. You can still hear me.
It's all right. Anyway,
Your camera feed doesn't run through the network. It runs directly through your camera on your end.
no, it runs directly through the network because it's on Discord.
Yes, but
If my
your
Discord goes out, my camera goes out. That's how it works. And then it's not going. It's going through Discord and then to OBS. I'm screen capping my shit from Discord right now.
what I'm saying is on Discord, I was under the impression that even if you're it's not it's not feeding you the network transmission of your camera. It's feeding you your camera that you're transmissioning, and then what the network does to it is separate from what you're seeing.
It sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook.
Okay, yeah, I know. I'm a big IT man, fucking confusing you with my big words.
Bitch, I've touched more pipe in my life than you ever will, and that is a double euphemism, so fuck you.
I mean, I hope you're right for the other way that that could be interpreted.
Bitch, I went in preparation for. I had to go get PVC pipe from Home Depot because I forgot to get it from the place that I work at. And I'm just looking at what Home Depot has because I know what my company has, but I'm looking at Home Depot and I'm like, let's see, you got 1/2 inch, you got 3/4, you got 10-footers, looking at prices, looking at connectors and stuff like that. And some guy comes over and he's like, you look a little lost. I'm like, bro, I know more than you. Calm down. And he's like, oh, fancy pants over here knows more than me. I'm like, bro, I work over at the plumbing supply company right down, like right next to you guys. And he's like, oh, I guess you do know more than me. And he walked away. I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Don't tell me what to do.
Bitch, you think I don't know about plumbing?
It'd be like if your mom came up and was like, oh, the internet's out. And you're like, yeah, I'm aware. And she's like, well, did you turn it off and back on again? Be like, bitch, I know more than you. Get out of here. I know how to solve these problems. I don't need you.
Now she still insists on like micromanaging me and asking me what I'm doing, as if me explaining what I'm doing to her is at all helpful when I'm fixing the problem, and she has no intent to fix the problem herself in the future. It just is a annoying part of the conversation where she feels the need to have me explain what I'm doing because she feels as if I'm not doing enough work, I guess, at any given moment. And it's like I know what I'm doing, okay?
Tell her
Stop
fuck off.
asking me what I'm doing.
Tell her fuck off. See how that goes for you. I will tell you, having no fan in the bedroom and having to sleep outside is much hotter.
That's true.
So that's one thing you should keep in mind. Do you wanna hop into things or is there anything else?
That's true. We do have a topic today because as we announced last week, the podcast is about musicals now. So this is Detour Ahead, the show where we talk about musicals. We have a musical to talk about today that I was shocked that you hadn't seen before because it had so many faces that you have history with. That I
Two.
thought it would be a sort of dream come true type situation because you're a FNAF fan as well, yeah?
Correct. I have the FNAFtism.
Because you like Markiplier,
Yes.
and I was under the impression you liked Nate Wants to Battle, although it seems like maybe I was wrong.
I haven't heard Nathan Sharp sing in years.
But there was a time. I recall
I have an
you.
entire playlist. It just hasn't been in the rotation of songs that I listen to.
Yeah, but this musical came out like 8 years ago, so it would have been in your Nathan Sharp
I
time.
don't think I listened to Nathan Sharp 8 years ago.
Like it goes even further back, or it was
It was like
after.
I didn't get into Nathan Sharp until I met Val. I didn't get into Markiplier until I met Val. Back at the Akron
Is this
house.
like the way that you're saying the other name? Are you viewing this in like a dead naming type of way? Am I dead naming Nathan Sharp right now by saying Nate wants to battle?
No, he still goes by Nate Wants to Battle, but Nathan Sharp is easier, and that's what I wrote down.
That's fair.
Calling him Nathan Sharp versus Nate Wants to Battle is like calling Markiplier Mark Fishbach. It's like just using their legal name.
Does he like that? A lot of YouTubers don't like that.
I mean, a lot of people don't know my legal name. Although I might have traumatized Penguin, by the way. I forgot
One
to
of
tell
us
you
is
this.
fucked. I will preemptively reset my.
Uh-oh. I thought you were just making the same thing over again.
We're coming back to reality.
Are you
Whoop!
coming
There goes
back?
gravity.
Are you
Oh
coming
no.
back? Uh-oh.
Uh,
Uh-oh. I did reset my router before we hopped on, by the way, so I know this ain't my fault.
hello? Am I good?
Howdy. Welcome back to reality.
Whoop! There goes gravity. Why is it every time you say the word reality, your camera goes out again?
It's on your end.
The fuck?
Disconnect and reconnect. You're moving. You're alive.
Oh. Oh.
Welcome back to reality. Does that
No, don't say that word again.
You paused for a second and I was like, "Oh, it's a real thing." No, it's not like a dead name thing. I might have traumatized Penguin cuz she had some birthday presents to send me.
Fucking God.
Motherfucker, am I not allowed to tell
Well,
my
if you can
fucking
still,
story?
like, you can still hear what I'm saying.
I can hear you.
Hello?
You're back.
I think it is you because you can hear what I'm saying.
It can't be me. Cuz
But if you can hear what I'm saying, it has to be you because I can't hear what you're saying and you can hear what I'm saying. So it has to be you.
my internet's not going out. I can assure you that. I reset it right before we started.
I'm not saying it's your internet necessarily. I am saying it's your Discord. It seems as if you're having this weird, crazy thing with Discord that is somehow not your internet's fault.
Let's just ignore the problem.
Great idea.
It is a great idea. Ignore the problem, act like it's not happening. So I traumatized Penguin this week.
How'd that happen? Well, we're kind of going on. We got into the topic already. You've gone back to like.
Well, you
small
brought up
talk
legal
territory.
names, so I had to tell the story because I forgot about it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Go ahead.
So Penguin has been sitting on a box of birthday / Christmas presents that she's been meaning to send to me for a while, and she just keeps forgetting. It's fine. I don't expect anything or anything.
Wait.
That.
So she'll buy a present, she'll forget to send it to you, and then the next year will come around, and she'll buy another present and forget to send it to you, and then she'll collect it.
Yeah.
Into. That's psychotic.
It's not on purpose. I don't know what's going on in the brain of our friend of the show, Penguin Mage.
If I bought somebody a present and then for a holiday and I bought them another present for another holiday and I went and I realized I still had the present for the previous holiday, I'd be like, okay, I need to send both of these right now.
She works 12 hours a day.
I would not let it pile for years.
It's only been a year and a half. It's not that bad.
So,
She was also dealing with a move.
So that's 2 birthdays and 1 Christmas?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Okay.
She'll get around to sending it at some point. I didn't have a solid address to send shit to either at the time anyway.
I remember I tried to buy Gingy a gift for Christmas, and he refused to give me his address because he knew I was gonna send him a gift, and he was being all like fucking humble. Don't send me a gift.
Do you have his address?
Uh, do I have his address? I might
I might.
somewhere.
I know I have yours and Penguin's. I'm not sure if I have.
I think he
Gingy's.
did give it to me eventually for another reason, maybe because I know. I asked him for it when I was gonna buy him a present, and he wouldn't give it to me because it was like December 22nd. So he knew that I was buying him a Christmas present on Amazon, and he didn't want me to.
Anyway, so real quick before we get back into it, I might have traumatized Penguin because Penguin's like, "What's the name on the package?" Or I asked her, "I'm like, what name are you gonna put on the package?" Because I have her sending it to my parents' house because that's the safest place to send packages right now. And she's like, "Whatever name you want." I'm like, "You know what? To be safe and to not raise any questions, so I don't have to explain the name on the fucking package, or they don't think it's for me. We're just gonna go with legal name." And she's like, "Please don't." I'm like, it's
Yeah.
the safest thing. So I text her my
Okay.
legal name, and she's just like, "What?"
You're cutting out again.
I've been at green this whole time.
Well, Alex, I'm sorry to tell you, so have I, and you're the one with the historical issues.
Yeah, yeah, fucking figures. FNAF musical.
And there she goes again.
I'll fucking share my Discord screen with you, so you can see that it stays green this entire time.
It's a good freeze frame. See the darkness in Alex's soul. I'm looking at here. I can hear the world's smallest violin zooming in. Oh, she's come back. Back to that word I'm not gonna say.
If we're just gonna have issues, you just not want to do the show?
What we have so far is pretty good, but this is becoming bad.
Yeah, I'm aware, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. I already reset the router before I came on the show. Resetting
You
it
should have
again is no it doesn't make any difference whatsoever.
It might.
Resetting it less than 2 hours, that means it's a bad router then. But I don't have money to go and get a different one.
Well, then you have to do the like bandage patchwork of resetting it every 5 minutes.
I'm not doing that. That's fucked.
Well, then I guess we'll cancel this show that is apparently so important to your mental health. Because you can't unplug your router every couple hours.
Or we'll just have a short episode and just start talking about FNAF while we can.
And here it is, folks. It's over. It's ruined. We're back at the throats. Discord is out to get us. It's a work of sabotage by fucking John Discord and his evil minions. The world is out to get us. Detour ahead. The government doesn't want you to know about it. Okay, they're trying to shut us down. We're doing too much free speech over here. They're trying to take us out. They're DDoSing Alex, so we can no longer spread our free speech to the world. They're DDoSing Alex and they're incepting her mind to cause her to have mental breakdowns. There's somebody 3 layers deep in there, fucking tampering with the circuitry.
I work with what I got. I don't have a lot of money to go and deal with all these fucking problems right now.
See, they're working in there. They've gone within the dream that's within the dream that's within the dream, and they're convincing Alex that life is bad. This is Inception, Discord Zoomer edition. I can see like the like it's like like an anime where like you can see like the character's like soul with like the little face floating out of his body up into the heavens. I can see Alex's spirit leaving her.
It's called motivation.
Motivation? I'll call Mo. He's working. I'm not gonna call Mo.
Do you think we're good to continue?
We've been performing pretty good so far. Since I started doing this whole elaborate bit about how upset you are, there hasn't been any issues.
Next week we gotta try Skype, dude. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah, we
fucking
keep
Discord.
fucking forgetting to try Skype.
Do you think it's the bots?
How would it possibly be the bots?
There's no other options. When I'm recording videos or when we're not, I have no other issues whatsoever. I don't want to blame the bots.
I think maybe people are too nice, or they just don't realize, because when you're playing Pokemon with Penguin, there's probably like dead air every once in a while, and what she thinks is just dead
I'm
air
not
is
on Discord when I
actually.
talk to Penguin.
What do you mean?
Penguin and I talk on the phone.
Oh, does that not like sound shitty and gross unnecessarily?
No. We're not
Hmm.
recording, so
Yeah, but like phone call quality in general is just like, why would you listen to that shit if you could just use a service that has better audio feeds?
because I don't want to sit at my desk. I'd much rather
Even
go
even
lay in
even
bed and play
Discord mobile,
Pokemon.
there's something about phone calls that like garbles the quality.
I've been
Like
told Discord mobile is even worse.
than a phone call?
Coming from your mouth exclusively is for me to never use Discord mobile. Every time I do, it's terrible
Oh,
audio quality.
for a podcast, but I'm saying Discord mobile is better than because you're using the same microphone, but when you do a phone call, there's something about how that audio feed travels that like lowers its quality inherently.
A phone call is easier because then it's just her and me. If I hop in Discord, there's a chance other people are gonna hop in, and phone calls are easier. You fucking little Gen Z child don't like using phone calls.
I'm
Don't
a
call
I'm a
people anymore.
I'm an adult man. I never call people, of course, because I've ascended past calling people. Never once would I even consider such an action in my life. I don't think Gigi's gonna answer, folks. I think my bid's not gonna work.
I was gonna say, didn't you physically call me on my phone
I've done it before.
when you couldn't figure out how to get back from the store when you were here?
I did do that because I couldn't figure out how to get back from the store. That did happen.
I almost didn't send you the address. I was just gonna let you wander around the hood.
It was kind of like sketchy out there.
I told you. I
I
gave
was a
you
little
multiple
freak.
warnings, but I also was not about to leave the house. So, that was on you. FNAF musical. Let's get into it.
Let's get right into it. This is where I'm gonna be sad because Alex didn't like my favorite thing. I think this holds
Favorite
up.
thing?
I think I like this more every time I watch it.
The music is good. It's just I think my biggest hang up on it, the writing, the writing, acting, like all of that, great. Love that they made the animatronics puppets. Love how they took a new spin on the animatronics and they're literally just trying to help out. And in the beginning, Mark is just like, nah, they're trying to fucking kill me. What the fuck's going on? And they're just like, He sounds pretty scared in there. Foxy, go in there and check on him. Make sure he's okay. And then
Yeah,
Foxy comes in and he's like, "Holy shit, what the fuck are you?" and starts like beating the shit out of him.
it's a fun angle to take where
It
like
is a good angle to take.
where obviously if you were in like a Chuck E. Cheese and the animatronics came to life, you wouldn't stop to think of their intentions. You would immediately be fucking terrified for your life. So it's a realistic interpretation where you obviously think these things are hostile because they're alive and they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's just like, hey, I'm Freddy Fazbear. I love everybody and I want to be your friend.
It's one of those things where like the music is good, but like it's not catchy.
I don't know. Night 4, bro. No one's there. Fucking goes hard.
Surviving 5 nights, the second night with Mark, where
Also good. 2 and 4 are my favorites.
2 was the best one.
I think I like 4 more than 2, but 2 is second place.
But it wasn't that bad. It's not. It was okay. I'd watch it again.
Yeah, this is to me. This is like genuinely a timeless classic. Like perhaps there's like nostalgia involved, but like
I feel like the biggest problem here is I'm going from high quality Epic the musical to FNAF the musical.
but it's fun. This
It
one's
is fun. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't want to talk shit about Nathan Sharp or Markiplier. I love both of them. They're great.
I've watched you sit there and watch Markiplier as we had fights.
Yeah. Oh shit! I can't pull up. I can't sneakily pull up football because you'll see it on my fucking glasses.
Well, we're gonna get copyright struck because of the reflection in the glasses of the football game.
No, I just don't
That'd
want
be
you to
pretty
yell
funny.
at me for watching it.
I wouldn't have noticed. I would have noticed. I'm too retarded to notice. You totally could have got away with it, but now I'm gonna be watching because you've brought up the issue.
Nah, you won't. You won't be able to tell. I'm very, very sneaky.
Sneaky, sneaky, very sneaky, sneaky. But I really, I will say, I really like. I think this musical made a really good decision because I think there was. I think it was made with the intention of the first 2 nights being the only thing they did. Like they did the first 2 nights. It ends with the like the misunderstanding with the cops. He accidentally shoots the janitor trying to shoot Foxy. And he gets dragged away in the cop car. And I don't think they made a sequel for like a good while. So it seemed like that was the bit that it ended prematurely at night 2 because he got arrested for shooting the janitor. But then night 3 finally came out, and there's Nathan Sharp. And I remember he was a good addition. That was a great choice. Like he is like invaluable. Like his song Night 3 is good. And he was an invaluable asset to Night 4 and 5 song as well. He was a great addition to the cast.
Like I said, I haven't listened to Nathan Sharp in a very long time, just because he hasn't been like his songs haven't come up. But like it was very nice hearing like Markiplier is such a good singer.
He really is.
For
That
literally
was
no
the
reason.
shocking thing. I think I don't remember if this was my first exposure to Markiplier singing or if it was How to Beat a Monkey at Chess, but it was one of those two things. How to Beat a Monkey at Chess, which I think Random Encounters is also behind. Although it might have been uploaded to Markiplier, but I know AJ was there. He was one of the people who tried to beat the monkey at chess. Have you ever seen that video?
No, I have not.
You should watch it. It's another video where Markiplier sings, and it's pretty funny. They got it was a promotional like material. Did you ever see trailers for like that shitty movie 10 years ago? Where like the monkey. What's the plot of that movie again? It's like a sports movie. It's like kind of an Air Bud type of thing, but it's a monkey.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But okay, they did like Air Bud with a monkey, pretty much. It was kind of that basic sort of premise, and they did a sketch with that monkey where they're trying to beat the monkey at chess, and Markiplier is playing chess with the monkey, and he can't beat the monkey at chess. And then Nat Pat shows up and tries to help Markiplier beat the monkey at chess, but he can't do it. And then Gerard the completionist shows up and tries to help them beat the monkey at chess, and he can't do it. And then AJ from Random Encounters shows up and tries to beat the monkey at chess, and he can't do it. And then Markiplier makes his final gambit, and then I don't remember either Markiplier beats the monkey and the monkey gets pissed and flips the table, or he still loses at the end. I don't remember what the end was. But it was an entertaining YouTube video in which they get upset with the monkey for beating them at chess.
It sounds silly. Not like in a bad way, just silly, you know?
It's a silly little. It's one of those like silly little YouTube sketch songs. Like it's like a Smosh type of thing almost, where it's like a silly song with a silly premise that like also is kind of catchy, but it's about trying to beat a monkey at chess and failing miserably.
No, I think my biggest problem with this was like the music is great. It's just not something that I would consistently like. It didn't like scratch that itch in my brain of like I have to listen to this all the time, every day, all day, every day. It's
Yeah,
like, you know,
I don't
can
really do that for
appreciate this. This was
anything.
really, really good. I enjoyed watching it, but
Yeah, I'm not really that way with musicals in general. Like with some exceptions, like I don't really save musical songs to my playlist. I kind of just like consume them as a piece of media. And in that context, this one was really good. I liked the character interactions, the writing and the acting. I really liked. This has been like my one of my main takeaways from the video. This is like my autistic little hyperfixation about this video. I adore the relationship between Nate's character and the animatronics, where like he just knows them and doesn't care and just has a very casual, friendly banter with them.
yeah, he's just
Uh,
chilling. I
he's
think
just chilling. He's like a little bit just like generally annoyed of them. Like he's sick of their shit. Like he's been through these antics before, and but he's not mean. But he's just like, yeah, okay, I'm hanging out with the robots again, and
feel
now
like the
there's some
best
crazy
example
shit
of that
happening.
is when Nate and the animatronics are all in the car heading to Mark's place.
Yes, there was a good banter there.
It's the perfect example of them just kind of fucking around for no reason.
Also, the scene where Bonnie's trying to find the fire extinguisher.
Why did they make
Bonnie,
Springtrap
turn
green?
around, you dim behind.
I don't know why they made Springtrap green. It's a weird
He's kind
choice.
of he's like sickly. I guess he's more yellow, but
That's
like
what I
he's
was
kind
thinking. I don't
of
want to be like
greenish.
overly critical, you know. But
Yeah, I suppose he is more yellow, but I liked the design.
yeah, it was a really good premise. Really, I liked it. It was very enjoyable to watch.
The puppets were well designed. They were a nice like spin on the characters without like being too close to the point of looking like weird in the hand puppet format.
Love the hand
Um,
puppet format.
I like how the puppet is just like very like low effort Lego puppets hanging down, gets sucked into the fan. Would you like? Can you actually like? It would probably hurt. You might get like a concussion from the blades. Would fan blades really like slice your face off as that scene was implying in the night 3?
Yes, I believe so.
I,
If they're going fast enough and if
I
they're
didn't think they
metal
were that
blades,
I didn't think they were that sharp. It would just be like getting smacked in the face 100 times really fast. Like it
no.
would
But if
fuck with
they're
your
if it's an old
brain.
fan from like the '80s, it wouldn't have been plastic like modern day. It would have
It would
been
have
metal.
been metal, but like, doesn't metal have to be sharp to cut through you, or if it's moving fast, it doesn't matter?
Anything can cut you if it's moving fast enough. I
Yeah,
mean,
I guess
you can
so.
cut a person in half with water if it goes fast enough.
Damn, imagine that. That'd be sick as fuck. That'd be metal as hell. Just cutting somebody in half with water.
It's like the James Bond scene with the laser, but he's like, "Yeah, we couldn't afford lasers, so here's
So you
high
got like
pressure water."
this highly pressurized, like contained water that just shoots out like a little laser and slices you in half.
But I mean, overall, it's good. Good writing, good acting. Love the
I
little
want there. I want
trumpets.
there to be a. I want there to be a sitcom about just like Nate and the animatronics doing silly adventures.
I do.
I just. I.
I did
I
have a
love
little
that
bit of interest to go
relationship
and
so
check out the
much.
other things that Random Encounters did regarding
Random
FNAF.
Encounters has done a lot of stuff
Regarding FNAF.
regarding FNAF. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I haven't seen the new one yet. I actually kind of forgot that it came out until I went to go watch this one, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, they did do another one, huh? Because they said for a long time they weren't going to do it, and it came out less than a year ago, and this one came out like 8 years ago, so they didn't do it for a long time.
Well, there's one that came out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know, but there was like an 8 year gap where like they
Yeah.
weren't going to make another one, and then I guess they finally got like hammered enough to do it. But yeah, this is a classic from my childhood. I think it holds up very well. And you could tell everybody who made it had a lot of fun doing it, and I think that's a lot of what its charm is at the end of the day. Like I could tell, like Nate and Markiplier are having a great time. I could tell the puppeteers are having fun. Like everything, the whole vibe is very like positive and enjoyable, and like it tells this somewhat compelling story, but at the end of the day, it sticks to like its core of like being like a fun and silly thing.
Hmm.
I think it's really good.
Definitely agree with that.
Now, if you had to, I know we kind of talked about which ones were our favorites. If you had to rank bottom to top, Knights, go. What was the worst one? Build it up from there to the best one.
Oh shit. That's a lot to remember.
Let me. I could probably rattle it off first. I think I kind of know my order. I think night one is bottom. It wasn't none of the nights were bad, but I think night one was probably the least interesting. Next is probably night five. I hate to say that because it is good, but like at the end of the day, I think I like the other three more. It's night three. I think very good. Again, the addition of Nate was genius. I loved the interaction between him and the animatronics, but the other two songs just hit a little more. Then there's number two, which is Night Two, which I know is your favorite, and I also really like it. It sounds really good. Markiplier ate it. Beautiful, beautiful performance. But something about Night Four, man, it always hits. I love that one. That's the one I always think about when I think about this musical. It was cool to see Markiplier come back after the third night. I remember that being a hype part. Getting to hear the two of them like sing off of each other, Markiplier and Nate, getting to the interaction at the end where Nate pops up in the bedroom and tells them to like fuck off from Freddy Fazbear with the quote from Phone Guy about showing him respect because he's like he has a special place in the children's hearts. Like that was fun. That was pretty good. The Night Four, some about Night Four that makes it my favorite personally in my heart and soul.
I'd have to go from top to bottom because that's easier.
But when you list stuff on the internet, you got to do bottom to top because it's a build up. You don't want to do a build down. That's
I'm
not
doing the opposite of
engaging.
you. I'm switching it up, keeping
But
things fresh.
it's not cool when you do it like that. There's no
I'm
build
not
up.
cool in general.
You got to go bottom to top. That's how it works.
I'm a rebel.
You never
Fuck
watch a
the
top
internet.
10 video. You never watch a top 10 video and it's like here's number 1. Here's number 2. It's always like
I'm gonna make
here's
a
number
top 10
10.
video where I start with the
Here's
first
number
one.
9. But like that would be silly if you did that.
Yeah, but it would be the only one that starts with one, so it would be unique.
Do you already have the list in your head?
Yeah.
Then just write it down and read it from bottom to top, silly head.
Well, I have the first three, or at least the first two.
Well, then you don't have it, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You lied to me.
Yeah, I'm a liar too.
Lie all the time.
Let's go 3, 5, bottom of the top. Night 3, night 5,
Night three's the worst to you?
or night 5 then 3. They're interchangeable.
I'm surprised. Oh, because you're a Markiplier stan. Never mind.
Night 3 and 5 are 4 and 5 together. They're both in 4th place.
Okay.
Then 1, 4, and 2.
Okay. I was surprised night one is so high, but then I remembered you have bias for your boy, and it was no longer a surprise.
I'm a Markiplier stan. Forever and always.
I think night one was almost like if night one was the only one, it would be like a complete nothing. Like something about like night one was like a fine, silly thing, and then night two hits, and it's like, whoa, this shit got real, and then it got silly again at the end, but that was to be expected. It's a fucking Random Encounters video, and then from there it spiraled into this whole narrative. I love this thing. It's great, top to bottom, choice stuff.
Solid musical, very entertaining, enjoyable to watch.
I assume your favorite character was. I was about to ask you your favorite character, but I think I can answer that question myself.
Go ahead. Try.
It's Markiplier, right?
No.
Okay, who's your favorite character then?
Bonnie.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of course it's Bonnie.
I do like Bonnie a lot. Cheek is also good. The animatronics in general have a lot of fun moments. At the end of the day, though, like I'm kind of a sucker for the protagonist getting it done, the one who takes the call to action. So I'm a Nate boy personally. I think he's my favorite character in this narrative. And we'll wait for Alex to come back. At least took a while before it happened again. And there she is. She has returned to us.
I don't really have much else to say about it.
It's fair.
I feel like I'm talking in circles a little bit.
How'd you feel about the twist at the end? We haven't even talked about MatPat even a little. MatPat shows up in like a whole fucking Freddy Fazbear suit with a flamethrower chainsaw and kills AJ.
It's okay. It felt a little forced.
A little bit. It was I mean, I kind of like it just because I always liked the phone guy was the true villain all along narrative.
It's a little
But
silly.
I liked kind of bringing it to life and that kind of Markiplier or not Markiplier. Fucking MatPat played a really good like insane guy.
He
Like
did.
I
I don't want to
really
take that
liked.
from him, but it's just the ending felt off.
That's fair. I can see like it came out of nowhere, so I understand. But like I really liked his depiction of this insane character. Where he really hams it up. I particularly like the scene where he kills AJ. Where it's like he's talking about all his many names. And AJ's like, or like insane chainsaw murderer, and Matt Pat shoves the chainsaw into it. He's like, why yes, that one's my favorite. I liked that one. I like that scene. It's pretty good.
It's very silly. Very silly ending.
Rip my man AJ. Do you think he deserved to go out like that? He kind of did. He released a murderous creature for more hours. He kind of did deserve some sort of comeuppance.
This is corporate America. You're not allowed to have hours.
They're not gonna pay you overtime when they can just hire NateWantsToBattle and Markiplier.
Exactly.
This is a weird autist nitpick, but it's kind of funny how they treat them. They're kind of like characterized versions of themselves, and it's implied that they're still YouTubers, but like this is just an alternate universe where I guess they're shit YouTubers and can't make enough money to not work at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza.
Yeah, I like that though. That's funny. That's a good bit.
It's like Markiplier doesn't have to have a fucking night guard job. He's fucking Markiplier. Nate wants to battle maybe because like music streaming payouts are so fucked. He might not be like super well off.
He gets paid for appearances at conventions and stuff too, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying he's not well to do. He probably does it good enough to live, but I don't think he's probably not as wealthy as Markiplier, if I had to guess.
Probably not. I mean, they both can comfortably live in LA, so I'm sure they make a decent amount of money.
Do they live in LA?
Yeah, Mark lives in LA, and I'm pretty sure.
I don't follow them enough to know these things. I got into the Nate and Dookie reboot, and then they just stopped super quick. And now they're back, but they're doing like weird live stream stuff that's hard to follow, and I just couldn't get back into it. They gotta bring back the Nate and Dookie podcast.
Yeah, he
I
lives.
still have a,
Nathan Sharp lives in LA as well. I knew that.
I gotcha. It's funny, he I guess he's unretiring. I haven't looked into it further yet, but he I got an update video from Give Heart Records, and it's just like because he retired from YouTube, he quit music or whatever. He did like this whole big thing, and he just released a little promo video that said, "New song comes out tomorrow. I'll explain later," or something like that. So that's exciting. I suppose he might be making his return.
We
Maybe
shall
he'll come
see.
back. Maybe he'll come back for the next FNAF musical installment.
Maybe we'll see.
I wonder if the new ones have any of the original castmates
I
at
don't think
all.
Mark has been working with them for a while. Mark's been busy
He
with
did like he did
his
like a
own
lot of.
movie.
He used to do like a lot of shit with Random Encounters. They did like a Resident Evil series as well, where he played the main Resident Evil guy.
Yeah. Mark's been busy with his own thing. For a while he was working on In Space with Markiplier, and now he's working on his Iron Lung movie,
Yeah, he's making like real media now.
which his YouTube channel is suffering because he hasn't uploaded all month, and it's pissing
I
me
can't
off.
believe he's not. Okay, so there was that whole thing, right, where he was supposed to be in the FNAF movie. There's a character in the FNAF movie that we know is supposed to be him, but he could not make the scheduling work.
Yeah.
But there is a bunch of YouTuber cameos that are just like on picture frames already. How is Markiplier not in that movie at all? How is he not part of those like YouTube cameos that are pictures?
I feel like they chose nothing over something small because it would have pissed people off more.
Maybe.
You can
Yeah,
accept
I
that
could see
he's not
that.
in it at all, but people would not be able to accept that they're like, well, we put his picture on the wall. I don't think people. I think they chose the correct path with not having him in there.
They should have gotten. They should have done what the last musical did with, or what the last thing did when they. I ruined my joke. What the last thing did when they had to replace Markiplier and just gotten Nate Wants to Battle to play that character. I just know that we've been doing this video podcast for like an hour now. Just noticed you have Bowser on your shirt just right now.
Yeah,
Based.
I wear a
I
different.
love
I try and
Bowser.
wear a different shirt every time.
I'm a
Not
big
always,
Bowser
but
fan. I've always loved his design, and then I learned how to play as him in Smash Bros. So that made me more attached to him even still.
this shirt's from
Um,
my Bowsette cosplay,
oh
which I want to bring back at some point, but we shall see.
no, I don't think so. Because the princess is a hoe, which is a joke you don't get because you're not caught up on the Dick show. You fuck.
Yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Anyway, I think it's about time we do you have anything else left to say?
No, I think it's about time for us to figure out what we're doing next week. And before you forget, because I don't know if you're building up to it or if you've forgotten, but I believe you had a pitch for me.
Hamilton.
I feel like that's one of those like too mainstream things that I like never
Oh,
want to have watched.
it's too mainstream. I don't want to watch it.
That's you're just partaking in schoolyard level mockery here.
Look, I won't add it, but I think we should at least cover it if we get to it.
I'll think about it. I will think about Hamilton. Have you seen it before?
No, that's why I want to do it. I won't
Aren't
add
they
it in. I don't have
aren't
to
they
add it
making
in.
aren't they making a movie adaptation soon?
Maybe?
Because I kind of want to save it for that and do it on my movie show, as selfish as that sounds, but we already have a bunch of musicals. If there's a Hamilton movie, I think I heard there's going to be a Hamilton movie. No, I think I'm just stupid.
Okay.
I think I was told lies on the internet and I believed them as truths.
I want to try something different. I want to do a little something different every time, okay? In choosing the next one we cover. Okay?
No. You're just
Oh,
doing that because you want to do one of yours. You're afraid we're going to land on another one I picked if we do it randomly.
do you not see the screen share?
I'm not even looking at the screen
Look at the
share.
fucking screen share.
I didn't even know there was such a thing going on.
Yeah, if you look at the screen share, I got a little wheel going.
Oh,
That's what I
shit.
meant. You did a random number generator, and then this week we're going to do a wheel.
Okay, fair enough.
If we run out of ideas, we can go back to the wheel, or we can go back to the random number generator. But
You
I
could
figured
put, you
I
know
want to
what?
use the visual thing because it seems
You know
fun.
what? I'm being a ruiner of fun. I'm being a stonewaller. I'm being a no insteader. Just put Hamilton on the list. Just fucking put it there. Please don't make me do it this week. God, come on.
All right, which one are you hoping for?
I mean, Death Note or Spider-Man or Shrek. Really, I just like
Literally
I don't
anything but Hamilton.
literally anything but Hamilton. Also, I'm kind of like I'm iffy on Holy Musical Batman and Little Shop of Horrors. Like those ones, I don't know if I'm gonna like. I
I can
know.
remove Little Shop of Horrors. I'm perfectly okay
No,
with
no, no,
that.
no, no, because I want to see it. Because I want to see it, but I'm like, I don't know enough about it to like be certain I'm gonna like it. Whereas like, I know I love the Death Note musical because I've seen it before. The existence of a Shrek musical is funny enough on its own that I want to watch it for
Oh,
that
you
purpose
just want the ones
alone.
that you're familiar with. See, I've
Kinda.
never watched the FNAF one, and I enjoyed it. So I think this is good for us. We're consuming different media here.
You're right. You're right. I'm just saying. I find myself trepidatious. You asked me what I was hoping for, and I gave you an answer to the question.
Okay, are you ready, or you want to keep talking? Is there anything else that you would like to add to this list, just in case
Let's
you thought of
see.
something this week?
I think there was one in my head. Let me see if I can get it back. Mm, yeah, no, I think we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to think on that and come back to you later. For now, I think this is our wheel.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
This is fun. I get to use the visuals thing that I set up, so it's fun. I'm trying to justify making this wheel. All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's see.
No! No, I'm missing the spin. I'm missing the cool fucking reveal. No! No!
I'm not.
Oh,
I have not touched the wheel. I spun it once. The
I believe you.
if you don't
All
believe
right.
me, you can
I said I believe you. I didn't say it in the condescending tone that implies I don't. I do believe you. It's Holy Musical Batman. Okay.
we will cover that next week.
All right. How long is it? Not
Um,
that I'll watch it no matter how long it is. I'm just curious.
it's multiple parts on YouTube.
It's split into parts.
There's 2 acts, 7 minutes, 13, 7, 8. I can do quick math if you want me to.
Yeah, hit me with some quick maths.
By quick math, I
Quick math.
mean pull my calculator up and add up minutes.
Quick maths. Alex has turned off her light thing. She has decided to descend into the darkness on purpose. I assume her light thing, and now that I think about it, was probably just like a white screen on the monitor that she now has to use for things, if I had to guess. If you're talking, you're muted.
No, I'm not talking. I
Oh,
was
okay.
doing maths. It's about
Gotcha.
126, like an hour and a half,
Two,
2 hours.
2 hours? Damn, all right. Sure.
Maybe I'm adding wrong, but I mean, there's no video where
I
it's
mean,
the full thing.
The Death Note musical is going to be probably just that long, if not longer, because from my research, I think the only way we're going to be able to do it and get the full experience, unless you are not attached enough to the idea of English songs, if you can deal with just the Japanese. If you can't, I think what we're going to have to do is just have you is watch the Japanese musical and listen to the English concept album.
I think I'm gonna have to do both.
Yeah, I think both is what we're going to have to do.
Because I can appreciate Japanese songs. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've watched anime. I have an entire anime playlist and Japanese songs and covers and whatnot. I'm very familiar with Japanese songs, but I think I'll have to listen to the concept album as well. We'll see. I'll watch the musical if as long as there's like subtitles and stuff. I will
There
watch
is,
it for
there
the
is.
show. Let me Hamilton. Let me add Hamilton to that list. I shall highlight Holy Musical Batman, and we're going to do that next.
There you go, folks. I'm excited to consume my second ever Batman's media.
I think you'll
that
enjoy it. The songs are very, very catchy, and this is I'll get more into this later, but I was introduced to this back in middle school,
yeah.
and it has stuck in my head ever since. It's all I could go on and on, but I'll save that for next week. Songs are very catchy, and it has stuck with me for over a decade.
Wait, I just had an idea. So it's not a stage musical, but to be fair, neither was Five Nights at Freddy's. So I think we've already reached that. We've already established that that's not necessarily a rule. Um, this is one thing where I'm kind of curious if my brain is broken or not, and I kind of want to get a second opinion from my co-host and trusted ally Alex. There's a musical film, an adaptation of a classic musical that came out in 2019 or 2020, maybe 2021, that everyone hated, but I saw it in theaters and really liked it.
What is it?
The most recent film adaptation of West Side Story. 2021. I want to know if I'm insane because I liked this movie, but everyone who I talked to was like, "This is bad."
Do you want to add it to the list?
I'm worse for having seen it. If you're down,
Let's put in parentheses 2021. All right, I have one more that I would like to add.
Okay.
Have you seen Grease?
Uh, you see, I didn't know you were gonna watch Grease. I wouldn't have used Grease for the thumbnail of last episode if I knew we were actually gonna watch Grease.
Did you use it for? Is that Grease from last?
Yes, that's a shot from Grease. It's got the Burger Palace in the background, the guy in the leather jacket, and the chick.
I don't think that was Grease, homie.
The when I downloaded the picture, the file name said Grease. So
Oh, I'm talking the actual music, not like the Broadway musical. I'm talking the movie
you're talking the movie,
with
okay?
John Travolta. That's
So
that's the media I consumed.
I've not seen it. I've not seen the movie for sure.
This is not immediately recognizable as Grease, so
That's
it's
fair.
fine. Would you like to add that, or is that technically under movies?
Well, I mean, West Side Story is also a movie, so
Okay, well, I'll add it in and we can figure that out.
I'm down. I'm down.
When did
We
that
can we
movie
can keep
come
we can
out?
keep this going forever.
We're a musical. We're a musical podcast now.
Yeah, just let's have our
Musical
fun for a
Aheads.
while.
Welcome to Musical Ahead, everybody.
Musical Ahead. There's another one I was thinking of. Now that we're thinking about movies, and I'm trying to get it back. I just had it like fucking
On the list, by the way, if it's a movie, it's got a date. It's got a year on it. By the way,
That's fair.
so in parentheses, it's got West Side Story 2021, Grease 1978.
I remember what I was thinking of, but I that's one I want to save. So never mind.
Save.
That one, the one I'm thinking of, I think I want to do for issue crew movie reviews and involve
that's
more than
fine.
just the two of us.
Okay. So we got like 9. We will be skipping 1 week for episode 100, by the way.
Well, don't say that so brazenly, Alex. I was gonna discuss episode 100 ideas with you afterwards, and it was gonna involve still incorporating the
We'll see.
musical.
Episode 100 is TBA. TBD.
TBA.
TBD. To be determined. We'll see. We got something planned for. I don't know. I don't want to say we got stuff planned when we don't.
Yeah, we totally have stuff planned, guys. Don't worry. We talked about it. We did this all wildly in advance because, like, why wouldn't you? It would be silly not to, So your podcast is like in the early '90s. You're like, okay, we got to figure out what we're doing for episode 100. Start to make plans. Surely we didn't wait until episode 98 and not discuss anything of real value or have any concrete ideas.
It's all right. Thank you everybody so much for listening to Detour Ahead. Join us next week where we review Holy Musical Batman.
Bye.
I've been Alex. You can find me
Shit.
linktr.ee/
Riely Cinematic Universe.
linktr.ee/ Colochu.
There you go.
Check us out on Patreon. Give us all your money at patreon.com/detourahead. DET.
Give us all your money as the hostile takeover. Give us $100 to be our friend. That's basically what our top tier is.
Give us $100 for episode 100, everybody.
Yep, you give us $100 for episode 100 and become the new co-host. That's a good time to introduce a new co-host, episode 100.
Yeah.
And that could be you for the low price of $100 a month.
Even if you just give $100 and then back out, you can come on as a guest. I don't care.
No. They have to keep paying the 100, but you get 33 of it back though. So you're actually only paying
that's fair.
60 something.
You'll get a cut of the show if you give us $100.
Yeah, you're giving us $100 and it's the only revenue we're making. So what you're getting out of it is a third of the $100 you gave us.
It's like cashback.
Yeah.
If you give us $100 to be a co-host, we'll give you 33% cash back. All right, everybody. Check us out next week when we cover Holy Musical Batman. Bye.
Bye.